Hello, it's me again, Richard's Guitars. I've just been doing my little first overview, which I'll put to one side. This is for a guy who's coming in tomorrow, so I thought I would prepare it and do the video at the same time. The buying group story, it's really important. I've seen a lot of comments, and the great thing is, what's really exciting is people are talking and communicating their thoughts and feelings, and all in a very constructive, positive way. And there is just a tiny minority who just always want to just tighten the screw and find a cynical angle. So I thought I would, the wonderful thing about the video channel is I can just give a response in a video like this. So for the tiny minority, so first of all, if you are a hater, as I call it, and you just want to write something really bitchy and nasty about me, then what I sort of suggest is keep the thoughts to yourself and just downvote put thumbs down on all my videos. Because if you write ridiculously insensitive and nasty, cruel jibes, well then I'm just going to delete your comments and I'm going to ban you from the site, so the video channel. So it's kind of pointless. If you don't like me and you want to be effective, think about it. Don't write any comments. Just unlike all my videos. Okay, so that's a much better plan. Regarding this buying group though, it's I wasn't bringing that up for any negative reasons at all. And in fact, from my personal, from a totally selfish point of view, it's a freedom for me. It's not my issues or my connection with that whole story are all positive. I'm moving on. My Gordon Smiths and everything else is really my world, and it really isn't. It never was like the be all and end all for me. Of course, it was. Whenever you're connected to a brand, I mean, I've had problems all year with another brand called Court, and it's been hell. I haven't publicly spoken about it. It's been a complete disaster. But it's an issue. It's a problem, and but it's not a big deal. What I want to focus on is the positive spin on. I thought it was just really important. If people are having a go at me about being negative, I will retaliate with positivity. So yeah, the things that got me thinking was the connection between these companies who historically have been associated for being the largest Fender dealers in the country, and a buying group that is now buying G&L. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that Fender have got some pretty strict rules, or have had at points in the past, very strict rules. I believe a bit like Gibson in terms of, purchasing and what you put on your wall relative to other brands, and other brands that have any kind of similarity or connection with that brand shape. I think they're pretty hot on saying no, you don't sell that if you're selling my stuff. Now this is all off the record. In other words, I haven't got a clue if I'm talking truth or not. It's my truth. It's what I believe happens, and there's plenty of people in the industry who tell me this stuff, and I witness it. So I'm not completely naive. So I'm pretty sure I'm right in what I'm saying. But what is fascinating is, even through my own experience, one of the reasons I got so depressed selling Fender guitars when I was a Fender dealer and I closed the business down was that my inability to fight against the strength of branding of the products I sold. So when I was a Taylor dealer, I may as well forget telling you about that guitar, because everybody would rather buy a laminate back and sided Taylor 110E than that. Because they've been brainwashed by marketing and branding. I mean, that's as simple as that. And if I wanted to talk to people about a G&L guitar, which I was really keen to do, I had I used to buy £12,000 worth. My bill in 1 month to Fender was £12,000. So I'd buy £12,000 worth of Fender guitars a month, yet G&L sales would have been maybe 1 or 2 guitars in a month, every other week at that time, because I was a Fender dealer. And if you're a Fender dealer, you're not going to sell anything else because the machine takes over. So What I'm waffling about is I'm fascinated that these major players, these major retailers, have now basically said to Fender, no, we're gonna do G&L in a big way, 400 guitars, big way. So I know the percentages and I know the average sales of this product historically. So I know this is a major commitment to a product, and this is a big deal. It's an interesting big deal. And as somebody else said in the videos, when they're kind of bitching at me, they're kind of trying to have a go at me, but I'm going, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's kind of interesting there. So I'll just repeat what someone said to me, which is if someone like Anderton's, which I presume are good guys. I mean, they're super professional, aren't they? They're an amazingly professional company. And I can argue till I'm blue in the face that, what we do in our workshop, I mean, that is a different thing. That's not their angle. They clearly have a workshop, but let's not get into that debate of who does the most work and who sets up guitars. Put it this way. Every person who buys a guitar from me is what gauge of string, what's the action, what's your playing style, do you use a capo, do you detune, do you have arthritic freaking fingers? This is not the same world, okay? But what they do is brilliant in their world in terms of that scale of business. So what I'm hoping is that G&L, I'm hoping they will get these guitars and they will polish them up. They will do the fret ends. They will do everything I've gone on about, all my frustrations. And I'm hoping they will stick them up on that wall and put them next to Fender and do a bloody good job of two fingers up to Fender. Because Fender, like Gibson, are so bloody arrogant that they think that they can just trounce shops, tell shops what to sell, tell everybody you will do it this way. When I was selling Fender guitars and I was buying £12,000 worth of guitars in a month, guess what my most common conversation was? Richard, why are you saying this on your website? Why are you saying that on your website? I was having my hand slapped for saying something negative about a product in their line. So then the haters below, in the comments below, will say, well, you shouldn't say anything negative about a product you're saying. Well, who the hell do you think you are? And I'll just flip back and say, someone being honest and trying to be passionate and enjoy my world and enjoy being a good person to my customers. So you can have some people who will just say, yeah, you're a dealer, therefore every single thing that company represents must shine and smell of roses. And they'll think, but I mean, those guys are just basically bitches, aren't they? Really, just sticking the knife in. Because the other people over here will go, and this is like the pile of. This is how I see it visually. This pile here are going, well done, Rich. I want to buy a guitar from you because you give a damn and you tell the truth. So I think companies who really care about quality, they care about what they're doing, and they care about the relationship with their dealers and the end users. They listen to feedback and they go, oh right, that's really interesting. Okay, we'll take that back. Cheers for that. And that's how my normal relationships go. I don't fight with people. I talk to people and we feed back information. So going back to the buying group, this is a major interesting concept that we're going to have G&L guitars on the wall space fighting basically head to head with Fender, and these shops have invested significantly in this product. So it must be my view is it must be being used as a tool for smacking Fender and saying no. Here's the really cool bit, and this is the other bit that kind of from your comments, so thank you for the comments. It made me think a bit about this. And how fascinating is this? For years and years and years, these kind of corporate style brand names have been bullying shops. You will stock this. This will be the criteria of your purchasing, or you don't do it. And in fact, point blank going across dealers around the country saying, you're not doing it. I don't want to name names, but I know of at least one shop that is now out of business that used to be a major Fender dealer. And he was a major Fender dealer, and he was just told, we don't want you anymore. You're just not on our radar. You're no longer a Fender dealer. This is when Fender changed their policies and stuff. And he was a specialist, and he was one of the good guys, hand finishing guitars. And So isn't it ironic that we now have got to a situation where fewer and fewer and fewer shops are selling Fender guitars, but they're still doing piles of business through these big kind of multiples and big online presence stores. But now those same online stores have said, well, actually, you don't have any power over us anymore because we're selling all the gear, and we'll tell you whether we want to stock G&L guitars or we'll stock these or our own brand and put our own little headstock on it and make it look like a Fender. To me, that's kind of like it's like what do you call it? The hierarchy. There's a word for it, isn't there? Where the little one eats the next one, whatever that word is. So kind of the big guys go like eating everyone up, but now the big guys are kind of nibbling at the big brands that they're dealing with. Fascinating stuff. Was this a negative video? Comment down below. Tell me whether this is a negative video. I don't think it is. I think it's interesting. Okay, all right. See you soon. Bye.